Christian Zionist puppet. What about the Palestinian Christians? Abdul, who is the one who forced the Christian to pay jizya for 1400 years? And you are talking about Zionist? The Zionist is your God, your scumbag. Isn't it your Qur'an says that the favorite people for Allah is the one who called themselves Jews? Your God is a Zionist. Your Muhammad is a Zionist. So now the Muslims, they are worried about the Christians, brother. The Christians. You spit on them. You kill them. You rape them. You took their land. You took their churches. And now the Muslims want to say that they are the one who protect the Christians and the one who love the Christians. Suddenly they are in love with us. Should we accept Jewish state of European in our expense? Well, if their land is there, it's not up to you to accept or not. This is their land, you scumbag. Those Jews are called Israeli in your book, in the Quran. What the Quran called the Jews? The children of Israel. Oh, in our expense, brother, expense, your expense, who are you? Suddenly it is you who gave them the land. It is you who owns Jerusalem, your expense. This is your land, right? In our expense. All of this here, it says, Israel, children of Israel, children of Israel, children of Israel. Not only that, look at this Zionist verse. This verse says that Allah favored the Jews upon all mankind. Do you see it? Do you see it? O children of Israel, remember my favor which I bestowed upon you, and I preferred you of Alameen, which means mankind of genie. Look at this. Allah, He favored the Jews even over the genie. If you are a genie, you will be jealous now. And notice here, now all the Muslims, they try to say, what do you think about what the Jews, they say about Mary? What do you say about Jesus? What do you say about Mary? Your prophet, he says he is going to F Mary. Now you are worried about what the Jews, they say about Mary? Do you see the hypocrites come back? Suddenly, do you know what the Jews, they say about Mary? We know what the Jews say about Mary. And still we will support the Jews. Not because they are saying bad things about Mary, but because this is their land. We are not hypocrites, we are not liars, and we don't support false claims. Give the land to the one who owns it. What they say about me, none of your business. What do you see about Jesus? You insult him, you say he's nobody. You claim that Jesus will bow down to tie up the shoes of Muhammad. Muhammad is going to bang the mother of Jesus, according to Muslims. Excuse me. It sounds ugly, right? And suddenly they claim that, look what the Jews, they say. In the same time, just to let me make you look at yourself in the mirror. Every single disciple of Jesus was a Jew. So how come you don't remember that? And let me make you remember more, that most of the Jews are already Christians. And Israel, the one you see right now, is going to become a Christian country sooner or later. In fact, those who insult Jesus in Israel today, because they see how many of their kids convert into Christianity. We understand. Isn't it Paul himself one day used to curse the Christians? And Paul was a very conservative Pharisee Jew. Very aggressive against the Christians. Paul himself became a Christian. So how come you don't remember who is Paul? All of you are a bunch of scumbags looking for excuse to hate the Jews. That is the truth. But if you hate the Jews, you have to hate Jesus and the disciples and Mary and hate everybody and leave Christianity immediately. Jews, they insult Jesus. You insult Jesus too. By saying Jews insult Jesus, you insult Jesus because the disciples are Jews too. You're a liar. Some of the Jews insult Jesus. The majority of the Jews already believe in Jesus. Same time, what does this have to do with our topic? Let us say every single Jew in Israel cursed Jesus. Is that will justify to rape their babies, you scumbag? Those filthy dogs, they do exactly what they used to teach us when I was in the Middle East. Isn't you Christian, the Jews, they killed your God? Shouldn't you hate them? This is what they say to me. Suddenly the Muslims, they want me to believe that Jesus was killed by the Jews. But the Quran says they did not kill Jesus. Just for the sake of hate, they want to remind me that you should hate them because they killed Jesus. And now they are looking for excuse to make you as a Christian hate the Jews. But guess what? If you hate the Jews, you are no Christian. You are not. Those are filthy dogs. They are looking for a reason to make you hate the Jews. But they hate you too. Jesus himself in the cross, he said, "Forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing." Who said that? Jesus. Are you sure? Absolutely. So if Jesus himself, he showed how much he loved them, who are you, you scumbag? The one who have nails in his hands, the one who the Jews shouting, his blood on us, his blood on us. Still Jesus loved them. He says, "Forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing." So if you are a Christian, you remember what Jesus said, and you do as he said. There's no Christian will hate the Jews. I can speak against their action, but I speak against the action of many Christians, like many now. They are saying bad things about the Jews. Speaking against an action of somebody does not mean you hate him. But here we see the comment of those filthy scumbags. They want us now to support Hamas in raping babies. Stop my comment. I am a Palestinian Christian. Okay, my friend, you are a Palestinian Christian. Are you willing to call me? I will take your call. And I will show everybody that you are a scumbag. You don't belong to Christianity and you are no Christian. Is that fair, guys? This guy, he claimed to be a Palestinian Christian. Prove it and call me. I will open my Skype and I will show everybody that you are a false and not a single day you were a Christian. Even though I have no idea who you are. You want to bet? My Skype is open. Call me. Do you know what the Talmud say about Jesus' mother? So, if Jesus in the cross, he forgave them for killing him, you are worried about what they say about his mother, you scumbag. Do you dare to call me? All those are Muslims. They are trying to make us hate the Jews. And what Muhammad said about Jesus' mother? He want to sleep with her. Which one is better for you? How come you remember what the Talmud said, but you don't remember what Muhammad said? Scumbag. You are not a Palestinian because there is no Palestinians. Palestine is a state, never exists. It's a territory of a land. And none of you is Palestinian. This is a fact. What is the language you speak, brother? Mr. Palestinian, the one who said he's a Palestinian Christian. Can you tell me the language you speak? I'm waiting for you. Is it Arabic? Are you there? How a Palestinian speak Arabic? Since when? Have you ever in history heard that the Palestinian, so-called Palestinian, their language is Arabic? He stopped even texting. He ran between his mommy. All those who call themselves Palestinian, not a single one of them is a Palestinian. There never was a kingdom is called Palestine. Can you name for me the name of the king of Palestine one day? Just one. Just one king. This is what they do. They are Muslims trying to make you hate the Jews. Suddenly, they forgot the Pact of Umar. Go and read the Pact of Umar when he entered Jerusalem. A Hamas member, he can sleep in your house, in your bedroom, next to your wife. 3 days, 3 nights, you can't even ask him why. The Pact of Umar. Go read it. A Christian man, he had to shave the middle of his hair so he can look like a joke. A Christian man should walk in the sewage if a Muslim walking by. What Israel did to the Christians? An Orthodox Jew, he spit at the Christian a few days ago. This is nothing to compare. And the Christian, he spit back. Palestinians are descended from the Canaanite. Who said so? And what the Canaanite have to do with those Arab today? What was the language of the Canaanite? Everybody, he give you his own ideas. If you look at those people who they are living there, you will see that their ethnicity have nothing to do even with the Arab, but they call themselves Arab. Yasser Arafat himself, he is an Egyptian. Who can deny that? All of those people, they moved to that territory after the Ottoman and the Muslims occupation. The language is Aramaic, and that is telling you who was living there. Who is the woman Jesus he met and he spoke to? What was her language? Aramaic. Why she is speaking Aramaic? Is the Aramaic or the Arab? No. Don't tell me I am Palestinian or not. Call me and prove me wrong. Call me and prove me wrong. The one is saying to me, I'm not a Palestinian now. Call me. I'm giving you the right to sound your voice so everybody hear you, and people will judge either you are wrong and I'm right or the opposite. Do you dare? We know our book, and you have nothing to do with there. Before the year 600, 700, not a single person speak Arabic in that land. And if you ask every single one of those who claim to be Palestinian, they say to you, we are Arab. And that proves that you are not a Palestinian. There's no Arab in that territory. How we know? Well, very simple logic. If you were Arab, you should be speaking Arabic from the beginning. You called me many times. Call me. You did not call me not even for a second. Liar. You did not call me. And if you left Islam, what is your problem exactly? Why you don't want, if you are a person who left Islam, don't you know, understand that this is the land of the Jews? Let us say, for the sake of argument, you are a Christian from that territory. Don't you know that this is the land of the Jews? Do you have a Bible in your hand? And this is a proving that you are a false Christian, because a Christian, he knew what his book is teaching. A Christian, he knew that this is the promised land for the Jews. And this is what the Bible teaching. So how you can claim to be Christian and you want to fight the Jews? You are a false Christians, and this is why you don't dare to call me. And as you see, this is a scumbag Muhammad himself claiming, speaking about the Jews are the favorite. He is copying the Old Testament, the chosen people. At that moment, Muhammad trying to be hypocrite to the Jews to believe in him. So he starts saying to them what they say and what they believe and what the Bible teach. Even the stupid Qur'an confirmed that this is the land of the Jews. In fact, the Qur'an say clearly in chapter 5, verse number 21, that this is the land assigned by Allah to the Jews. So how you are a Christian, you do not know what your Bible says? And are you a Christian who dare to insult the Qur'an? You don't. You are a coward. You are a Muslim. Who is the Christian here who he claimed to be Palestinian? He dared to call me. If you are not a Christian from Palestinian who is against Israel and you don't dare to call me, who is a Muslim who call himself Palestinian dare to call me? You don't. You are a potato. We have the Bible defend the Jews. This is their land. We have the Quran defend the Jews. This is their land, assigned to them. And according to the Quran, because the Jews refused to kill the people who used to live there, Allah, he cursed them and he made them lose their direction in the desert for 40 years. They refused to go for war. What Allah did? He said to them, this land is forbidden for you for 40 years only, which means after 40 years is yours. Why? Because they refused to kill the Palestinians. It's in front of you. So who is the coward if you dare to call me and curse Allah and say, shame on you, Allah, to command the Jews to kill the real Palestinian, not Hamas? Any Abdul? I don't care if you are Abdul because you are a Christian or a Muslim. Abdul is a person, he is dummy and stupid. I'm showing you proofs. I can show you from the Bible. You claim to be an ex-Muslim. I'm asking you, who is the one who built the temple? As long you claim to be an ex-Muslim. Muhammad said it is Sulaiman and David. So who owned the house? Guys, who owned the house? The one who built the house. Very simple. What is the religion of Sulaiman and David? Jews. This is what Muhammad said. If I go right now and I type in this scumbag website, which is have nothing except the stories of Muhammad, let us see. I'm just trying to find the hadith about who built. You see, they have big mouth, but the second you show them their evidence, they go mute. Let us show you. And I will use Muhammad, and I want to hear any of you Muslims or all those who claim to be Christians or ex-Muslims to call me and tell me, do you agree with Muhammad saying that the one who built the house, which is called Al-Aqsa today, is Sulaiman? Either you agree or you don't. Read. Who is talking? Muhammad. Any of you Muslim dare to say that this is not the land of the Jews? When Sulaiman, which means Solomon, the son of David, son of Dawud, finished building the Bayt al-Maqdis, what is that? You ask the Muslim, they say to you, Al-Aqsa. This is the temple of the Jews. They hijack it. He asked Allah for three things. You know, I love those stories, like, you know, kids' stories, like the genie, he asks you, you have three options, choose one. Even the wishes of Muhammad to Allah was a trinity. Muhammad, he asked Allah three wishes. Sulaiman asked Allah three wishes. So who is the one who built the temple of Solomon? Solomon. So when those comedians, they say that the one who have the right over it is the Muslims, we laugh. Even their stupid prophet, he confirmed that this is the house built by the Jews for the Jews. And as you see, this is Sahih. Sahih mean authentic, in case you don't speak Arabic. Huh? Read carefully. What the chapter name? The virtue of Masjid al-Aqsa and praying therein. So what we are talking about, Al-Aqsa. Who is the one who built Al-Aqsa? Sulaiman. Read it. If Sulaiman died, who inherit the house? The sons of Sulaiman. Who is the son of Sulaiman? The Jews. It's in front of you. And all the reference is authentic. And the one is talking is Muhammad. Do we have a better faithful witness than Muhammad to witness who built it? Huh? Do you have? In fact, Muhammad, he spent the big portion of his life praying to the Temple of Solomon because simply he wanted to convince the Jews that he's a Jew. Who is the Muslim he dared to call me, prove me wrong? Do you notice that I have 0 Muslim calling me and 0 from those who claim to be Palestinian in the chat calling me in Skype? Did you ask yourself why? Because they knew they will lose. They knew that we can prove in 2 seconds from the books of the faith in Muhammad and from the Holy Bible that this is the land of the Jews. They knew. They knew that they are the thief who stole the land. In fact, I blame the Jews for letting every single one of you to stay there, including the Christians. And I'm talking those Christians who support Hamas if they claim to be Christians. You didn't deserve to be there. Go live with Hamas.